so today we're gonna talk all new, upcoming, and just dropped perfume releases. I feel like I just did this video, and that's because I just quite literally did this video. I don't even think it's been a month, but there's an overwhelming new list of perfumes that have already just dropped or that are just around the corner from being released. I always like to keep up to date with these videos and just kind of tell you guys everything that's going on, and I'm gonna let you know if I'm interested in any of these. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, first, there's 3 Bridgerton perfumes that just dropped. These are actually available in Ulta. I actually smelled all 3 of them. They all smelled nice, but none stood out to me. This was a few days ago, and I don't think I can pinpoint what any one of them smelled like because they kind of just smelled generic to me and kind of just smelled like one another. I was just really unimpressed, and I feel like I'm like annoying at this point because most of the perfumes that come out nowadays, I'm just so unimpressed. Am I just a really hard person to impress, or are these perfumes really boring? Is it just me? I don't know. You guys let me know. Nothing really excites me nowadays when it comes to perfumes. Maybe 1 in 30 new perfumes that will somewhat excite me. That's a little annoying because I want to like the new stuff, but I just haven't. These were pretty, don't get me wrong, but yeah, just not like, okay, I'm gonna drop my hard-earned money on these perfumes kind of thing. So first there is Dearest Tempting Peach. By the way, I have not watched Bridgerton, but I love any kind of show like Bridgerton, so I don't know why I haven't started it. It's just like there's other stuff I'm watching at the moment, and I think these dropped because there's a new season that just dropped. Obviously this is a sweet peachy one. It's got mandarin orange, peach, and mango, so kind of delicious, all fruit kind of notes, but to me, it kind of just gives body spray notes wise, and I think even when I sprayed it, I think that was one of the reasons why I wasn't really that impressed with these. The next one is Dearest Graceful Hydrangea, and this has blackcurrant, hortensia, and then cedarwood and praline. This one's a little bit more up my alley because it's got some sweeter notes in it. Love blackcurrant. Not really sure what the I'm totally saying that wrong, but I don't know what that note is, and I've never actually seen it in any perfume. And then you have cedarwood and praline, but I would guess it has something to do with hydrangea because that's literally in the name. This one seems pretty, but again, I smelled it and I cannot remember what I thought this smelled like or if I even liked it. Obviously it wasn't memorable. And then the last one is Dearest Rebel Vanilla, and this one has gardenia. Don't usually like gardenia, jasmine, rose, and then vanilla. So notes wise, I feel like all of them are a little boring. Let me see the price for these. How much are they? They're $60 per bottle, and it's a 1.6 fluid ounce bottle, so that's decent price point. It's not too bad considering, I mean, they're not designers or anything, so at least they're not over $100 perfumes. That's good, but they just, yeah, they didn't really stand out to me. I'd rather save up my money and get something I really liked that gave me more rather than something like this. Okay, next there's a new Lattafa flanker. This is an Angham flanker, which the original Angham was a dupe for Burberry Goddess, and I think we all love that perfume. But now there's this one called Second Song, and this is where they lose me because this is, I guess, supposed to be a dupe for My Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana. And if you watch my channel, you know the whole Devotion line I don't like at all whatsoever. I'm not a citrus gourmand kind of girly. I love gourmand scents, but just not when it's citrus involved. To me, it just translates to the cake that was baked with cleaning products. I've never liked this scent profile, so this is not an exciting one for me personally. But if you do like My Devotion, then there's a dupe for it. Next, there's a new Kylie Jenner perfume that just dropped, and I just reviewed this. I'll link it up here. This is the Cosmic Intense. This is the 3rd flanker in the Cosmic line, and I really like this one. It is a completely different scent. I actually have it right here. I just talked about it. This is a more vanilla-fied version. It's got a lot of this deep vanilla note. It's a super warm and rounded out scent, very reminiscent of Hypnotic Poison, just not as strong, with a little hint of the OG Cosmic in there, but a completely different scent overall. If you want more info on that, like I said, check out that video. There's 2 Victoria's Secret perfumes, and I really like the packaging for these, but am I the only one that's never excited about Victoria's Secret perfumes? I feel like this whole video is just me bashing every perfume release. I don't mean to be negative. Genuinely, I used to be excited about perfumes, but after smelling so many, I guess I'm more picky, and I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's a bad thing to know what you love, but yeah, I'm just like, I don't care in this entire video. But I love the packaging for this one. This is from the Very Sexy line, and this one's called Euphoric. I love that name. And this one has some pretty notes. It has lychee, cherry blossom, and tonka bean. Let me see on Fragrantica if it's reminding people or anything. Oh, it's Delina. Okay, there's a lot of Delinas on here, so I guess this is just a Delina dupe. So again, coming back to this is boring to me. And then there's a Very Sexy blush. This one has hibiscus, honeysuckle, and cedar. Not usually a fan of honeysuckle, and it doesn't say which perfume this is similar to, but I mean, I just don't really like honeysuckle notes. But it's Victoria's Secret, so they tend to make their white florals more girly and juvenile in a sense. Moving on, this is for the gourmand lovers. There's always some gourmands in these new perfume releases. This one is from Clean Reserve, and this is Caramel Swirl. This genuinely looks delicious, and the notes look really delicious. This, I mean, they're like stunning notes if you love gourmands. This has caramel, coconut, tangerine, lemon, mango, hibiscus, strawberry flower, whipped cream, musk, white chocolate, sandalwood. This, I think on this whole list, is probably the one that I'm most gravitating to go and smell and possibly buy, because this just sounds delicious. This is definitely my #1 on this entire list. Let me see if it's out. It is out. It's on Sephora right now as well. This retails for $118. Let me see if it's at my store. It's in my store. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go smell this one. This one looks delicious. So if you love gourmands, caramel, this looks a lot more than just caramel though. It's got mango. I don't think caramel is the only note in this, but yeah, this is the one, I think. Next, there's a new Jean Paul Gaultier Le Bel flanker. This one is Le Bel Rosia. This has aquatic notes, peony, and vanilla. I love peony. I love the combo of peony and vanilla, but I'm just, again, a little bored. Like, for a designer scent especially, I mean, you're paying well over $100, sometimes I think even over $150. You gotta be super original. Like this, if this smells like every other scent or even just other labels that have already come out, then it's just like, why do you keep bringing these scents out? There's a new product, Paradox flanker. I do like this one though. This one looks really good and it has notes that I really love. This is Prada Paradox Sweet Reflections, and this one is supposed to have notes of blackcurrant, vanilla, neroli milk. Sounds really good. I am looking at this on Scent Report, which is an Instagram page that comes out with all the new upcoming stuff. So this perfume is not on Fragrantica or really anywhere right now. Like, it's not out yet. It will be launching. So that's kind of all the information that we know. But it's supposed to be a creamier, more indulgent take on the original Paradox DNA. So focusing on a sweetness versus structure context. That sounds good to me. I would smell this one for sure, just in hopes of it actually being different than the original, you know? There's a new Killian perfume, which these perfumes are pricey, but I love the name for this one, so I wanted to include it in this video. This is called Her Majesty. Love that name. And the notes are actually kind of interesting too. It has white peach, rum, aquatic notes, rose, ambrette. Then we have base notes of oak moss, cedar, papyrus, cypriol. This is definitely within the Chypre family. We got those mossy green kind of notes. Not a fan of peach scents generally, but hopefully that's not a huge component of this one. And then I do like a boozy kind of scent. There's not really any sweetness to this, which is not always a bad thing. I'm seeing Chloe Nomad is being compared to this, and I love Chloe Nomad. Also, OG Chloe Eau de Perfume is being compared to it. Those are just some like reference perfumes to kind of give you an idea. But this one is not out yet, I believe. Oh, it is. It's out on the Killian website and Sephora. There's a little travel size of it right now available on Sephora, but I'm not seeing the full size yet. This one seems pretty, but especially with a scent like this that is gonna go over that $200 price point, it's gotta be really good. And going forward, when I do these new perfume releases video, I would like if you guys could comment which perfume on this entire list you would want me to review, or if it's multiple perfumes, if there's any ones that kind of like stick out to you more than others that you would like to see videos on, let me know in the comments so I could focus on those. So let me know from this list which is the one you would like me the most to review. The last trio of fragrances, I actually really like these, and I've been seeing a lot of not great things, and I see why they're not getting the best comments, but at the same time, There was one, I have smelled these, and there's only one that stood out to me, but that one that stood out to me is so good. And honestly, I may go and purchase this sometime soon because I really, really liked it. These are by Dior, and it's this little trio of perfumes, and they're the Dior Addict line of perfumes. So we have Rosy Glow. This one was just kind of like a rosewater scent. This was nothing special. It's pretty, but for the price point, definitely not one I'd pick up because it's just boring rose water. I have that in a body spray. My rose body spray from Bath & Body Works that I'm obsessed with could pretty much be a dupe to this, so definitely I don't think anybody needs that one. Then there is Peachy Glow. I'm not a huge fan of peachy. This was pretty too. Like, it's just like a fresh peach scent, not a bad peach scent, but again, just kind of like generic, not the best. But my favorite was the Purple Glow. This one was so pretty to me, and I love anything iris and violet that just has that cosmetic makeup-y kind of vibe. This one I also love because it reminded me so much of Stella McCartney Pop, which has that Barbie kind of scent you guys know I love. And so I think this is my next scent that I'm going to probably pick up sometime because I really like this one. This has candied flowers, raspberry, powdered sugar, Tuscan iris, and vanilla. The cutest sweet notes. It's not anything to write home about or anything crazy special, but it's one of those scents where I love, and it brings back those childhood memories. So I want to pick this one up. Let me see. I don't remember how much these were, but I don't think that they were horribly priced, although they are small bottles. Let me see. Okay, $120. It's a little, definitely a little steep considering, what size are these? 1.7. I don't think that that's too bad considering it's Dior. So coming from them, I was probably expecting for these to be a lot more. Like, I'm seeing 120 coming out of like just non-even designer perfumes, so I don't think that's horrible. But then I'm like, you know, most of these are kind of like more body spray-ish smelling, so I see why people are not loving these. But this purple one, I really like this one, and I don't care if it's generic or whatever. Generic's not as a bad thing. This is one of those scents where maybe generic, but it stands out to me. So yeah, I want to go and buy this. That is it for this video. Let me know what you think of all the perfumes on this video, and if you want me to review anyone more than the others. I have my eye on a couple. Like I said, I want the Clean Reserve one and then this Dior one. I think those are the two that I have my eye on the most that are probably gonna be hauled on my channel sometime here. That is it for me today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.